The Supreme Court made a last-minute change to its schedule and made today another opinion day before it wraps up its term.
All this as decisions on more than a dozen cases remain pending before the justices. One is a monumental decision on whether presidential immunity shields former President Donald Trump from facing criminal charges related to his actions while serving in the White House.
Let's bring in here Josh Blackman. He is a professor for South Texas College of Law. Good morning to you, Josh. All right, it looks like,
there you are.
Josh, we got you?
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, so let's talk about this presidential immunity case here for just a second. What are the justices looking at when it comes to this case involving the former president?
The question is whether President Trump's conduct while in office on January 6th can lead to criminal prosecution. And there's sort of two buckets of conduct. There's some things he did in that day that were in his capacity as president, and there's some stuff he did that were in his private capacity as a candidate. And I think the justices are wrestling with how to allow perhaps the government to prosecute candidate Trump, even if they can't prosecute President Trump.
All right, so tomorrow is obviously a huge day with the presidential debate in place. What is the likelihood that we'll hear something about this decision either today or tomorrow leading up to that debate?
Well, the court has announced there will be opinions coming today, Wednesday, tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. So I think there's an almost certainty that the court will hold the immunity case until after the debate and release the opinion on Friday morning.
Regardless of who they side with, depending on what they decide, what does this mean for the presidency? Because, I mean, this could obviously imply some differences and some changes potentially in how people operate in their behavior.
President Trump's lawyers have argued that this might chill or make future presidents afraid of taking action. So, use an example. Let's say that President Obama issued a drone strike on a U.S. citizen. Could he then be charged by another prosecutor for murder? Historically, presidents have been given immunity when they're in office so that they have the full range of discretion to make very hard decisions. And depending on what the court does here, could limit the way the presidency operates going forward.
Okay, and obviously we have no idea at this point which way that they are going to decide. But if it's not on the former president's behalf and he's not happy with that decision, is it even possible to appeal a challenge from the highest court in the land?
Well, no. There's no way to appeal from the Supreme Court, but there also is an appeal to the people. We have an election coming up. The people might disagree with him. And I think the first thing President Trump would do in office is tell the prosecutors to stop prosecuting me, and this would basically go away. So you can't appeal from the Supreme Court, but you can appeal to the people and maybe appeal to heaven, I suppose.
So obviously we're late in June right now. The SCOTUS has ended late in June before. This could also go into early July. How often are decisions left on the table? Just say they don't decide on this at all right now.
They'll decide it this week or early next week for the 4th of July at the latest. I think we're done by Friday. The court's only gotten to July once or twice in the last decade, and that was because of the COVID pandemic. They couldn't quite finish on time. So I think we'll get everything today, tomorrow, or on Friday. We'll be done by the weekend.
Any indicators at all of what's to come with all of this?
Well, we also have decisions involving abortion, social media, the rights of homeless people, how much power administrative agencies have and how much the courts can review them. There are a wide range of cases left, all in the next few days. It's been very busy.
Wow, they have a lot of decisions to make. All right.
All eyes on the Supreme Court. We'll be watching. Josh Blackman with South Texas College of Law. Thanks for weighing in for a couple of minutes. We appreciate you.
Thank you.